Let's be honest, death isn't exactly the topic you'd bring up at a dinner party. It's uncomfortable, sometimes even terrifying. But here's the thing. What if contemplating death could actually bring more peace, joy, and meaning into your life? Sounds strange, right? But stay with me, because today we're going to explore one of the most profound practices in Buddhism, death contemplation. And trust me, this might just be the key to living your best life right here and now. Death is the one thing we all have in common. It doesn't care if you're rich or poor, young or old, happy or sad. It's the great equalizer. But why would anyone want to spend time meditating on something that seems so final, so scary? Well, in Buddhism, death isn't seen as an end. It's just a natural part of the cycle of life. Birth, death, rebirth, it's all connected. And by contemplating death, we don't become more fearful. We actually become more alive. Strange, but true. So let's talk about Maranasati Bhavana, or as it's known in English, mindfulness of death. Sounds intense, right? But it's really about bringing awareness to the impermanence of life. In Buddhist teachings, death isn't something to be feared or ignored. It's something to be understood. By regularly contemplating death, we can reduce our attachments to worldly things and focus on what really matters. Imagine for a moment if you knew today might be your last. Would those little annoyances still bother you? Probably not. You'd likely focus on what's important: love, kindness, and connection. Now you might be wondering, why should I think about death? Isn't that just going to make me anxious? Actually, it's quite the opposite. By acknowledging the reality of death, we begin to see life more clearly. We realize that every moment is precious. When we contemplate death, we're not trying to be morbid. We're simply trying to live more fully. It's like when you're running out of time in a game. You start to play your best, right? Death contemplation is the ultimate reminder to live your best life. One of the ways Buddhists practice death contemplation is through meditation on the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. Sounds simple, but it's deeply profound. Let's break it down. First, there's earth, which represents the physical body. Imagine your body's billions of cells slowing down and dissolving, kind of like how your phone battery slowly drains, but this time, there's no charger. Then there's water. Think of all the fluids in your body, like blood and cerebrospinal fluid. In meditation, you visualize these fluids coming to stillness. Fire? That's the warmth your body generates. As you meditate, you picture that warmth dissipating, leaving your body cold. Finally, air, the breath. You visualize your breath becoming shallow, then stopping altogether. Sounds heavy, right? But here's the beauty of it. By meditating on these elements, you start to detach from the idea of a permanent self. You begin to understand that life is a series of processes, constantly changing, constantly flowing. And that's okay. It's not about being sad. It's about realizing that everything is interconnected and impermanent. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about karma. Now, I know karma is one of those words that gets thrown around a lot, usually when someone's cut you off in traffic and you're hoping they get what's coming to them. But in Buddhism, karma is much deeper. It's the law of cause and effect. Our actions in this life don't just disappear. They shape our future, even beyond death. By understanding that death is just a part of the cycle of samsara, we become more mindful of our actions. We start to realize that what we do now will echo in the lives we lead later. Ajahn Brahmali, a wonderful Buddhist teacher, often talks about death contemplation as a way to live more fully. He points out that when we regularly reflect on death, we don't just prepare for our final moments, we transform our daily lives. Think about it. If you knew you didn't have forever, you'd probably live with a bit more urgency. But it's not a frantic kind of urgency. It's more like a gentle nudge to focus on what truly matters. Ajahn Brahmali reminds us that death contemplation is a powerful tool for cultivating a peaceful and contented mind. It's about embracing life, not running away from it. But let's get back to the here and now. Death contemplation isn't just about preparing for the next life. It's about finding peace in this one. When we meditate on the impermanence of life, we start to see the beauty in the present moment. Suddenly, the little things, like the taste of your morning coffee, the warmth of the sun on your skin, or the sound of laughter, become incredibly precious. And why? Because we know they're fleeting. They won't last forever, and that's what makes them special. Another important aspect of death contemplation is letting go of negativity. When you reflect on death regularly, you begin to see that holding on to anger, jealousy, or hatred is like carrying around a heavy backpack full of rocks. It's exhausting, and it doesn't make the journey any easier. So why not let it go? By letting go of these negative emotions, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. We make space for love, forgiveness, and compassion, the things that really matter. One of the most powerful things about death contemplation is that it fosters compassion. When we reflect on our mortality, we start to realize that we're all in the same boat. We all face death, and this shared experience can bring us closer together. It's like being on a long hike with friends. When you know you're all in it together, you're more likely to help each other out, share your snacks, and maybe even carry someone's backpack when they're tired. In the same way, contemplating death helps us develop empathy and kindness towards others. We start to see that we're all just trying to make it through this life with as much grace and dignity as we can. So, how can you start incorporating death contemplation into your daily life? It doesn't have to be complicated. Begin with small reflections. For example, as you drink your morning tea, take a moment to appreciate the warmth of the cup in your hands. Remind yourself that everything, this moment, this life, is temporary. Let this awareness guide your actions throughout the day. Maybe you'll find yourself being a little more patient with your coworkers, or perhaps you'll take that extra moment to tell someone you love them. These small acts, inspired by the awareness of life's impermanence, can have a profound impact on your well-being and relationships. In Buddhism, death is often referred to as the ultimate teacher. It strips away the illusions we cling to and brings us face to face with what truly matters. By contemplating death, we learn to live with a deeper sense of purpose and gratitude. We start to see that life isn't about accumulating things or chasing after fleeting pleasures. It's about connection, compassion, and living in harmony with the world around us. So, what's the takeaway here? By embracing the practice of death contemplation, we don't just prepare for death, we enhance the quality of our lives. We become more present, more loving, and more at peace with ourselves and the world around us. And isn't that what we all truly want? How might your life change if you lived every day with the awareness that it could be your last? Think about it, and as you do, consider joining us in the next video where we explore more transformative Buddhist practices.